Today we will be looking at the 5 V's of big data and what they mean. To start with, think about what big data means to you, how it's affecting your life. Don't forget, big data is not a passing fad. It is here to stay and it is affecting all of our lives in some way. So to start with, we will have a quick look at what big data is. The figure in the slide I'm quoting here is from 2014, which basically means that the numbers are out of date, as this space is continually moving and expanding. But in short, 90% of all the data in the digital universe has been created in the last 2 years. In 2012, it was estimated that the digital universe was about 20 zettabytes. Think about this. 1 zettabyte is equivalent to 1 billion terabytes. That just gives you an idea of scale. In 2014, it was estimated that 31% of enterprises were managing repositories of more than 1 petabyte. Now, I had installed my first petabyte repository in 2003, which shows that big data is not a new phenomenon, but is causing challenges to organizations. And a typical big data problem can be defined as having data which cannot be processed with the available technology. The 5 V's define the limits of what big data is. So obviously when we are talking about big data, we are not just talking about size. Data scientists describe big data as having 3 distinct dimensions: volume, which of course is size; velocity, which is the speed that data is being generated; variety, which is the type of data being generated. Gartner, the business research organization, sticks with these 3 V's, but other commentators have added more. And in this case we're using veracity, which is the reliability of data, and value, i.e. the value that can be extracted from the data. We will be looking in a bit more detail at what each of these mean. Obviously, to start with, when we start talking about big data, we think about volume. So some interesting facts from 2017, that every 60 seconds YouTube users watched over 4 million videos. Snapchat users shared over 500,000 photos, and Google conducted over 3.5 million searches, and over 100 million spam emails were sent. The velocity of data describes the speed that data is being generated, whether that is through batch processing or in real time. Data being generated from a number of sources, and in real-time scenarios these can include sensors, whether these are placed on equipment working in hostile environments such as on drill heads on oil rigs, or even in medical devices worn by patients, as well as sensors in Formula One cars. This information can be critical when it comes to decision making, but data can also come from batch processing, such as till receipts from shopping trips. Then we have the variety of data. Is it structured or unstructured? 80% of data is unstructured, and this could be images from CCTV cameras or automated number plate recognition systems, log information from computer servers. So this is just a small sample of the types of unstructured data available. But for structured data, most of it comes from databases held by companies, governments, charitable organisations, or even documents or print records. The problem with unstructured data is that it has to be transformed into a structured data set before it can be analysed, adding overheads in time, processing requirements, and perhaps even additional storage space. The veracity of data refers to how reliable that data is. Is it accurate, complete? Is there consistency there? For data to be useful, it has to be relevant and pertinent to the analysis phase. With all the big data, problems can certainly exist around partial data, missing data, or even data sets that are just out of date. So we now come down to the last V, which is value. The whole idea behind value is to try and increase ROI to the organisation. That's the return on the investment. Companies need to be able to extract some meaning or knowledge from that data set. The idea being to better understand customers so that companies can improve or tailor their existing product offerings to individual customers. And in the case of your online space, we've all experienced targeted ads based on our online shopping history or even our search history. Being able to identify customer trends before the competition can mean improved sales, even reduced costs. So those are the 5 V's of big data. I hope this little lecture has helped improve your understanding, and we'll be going over some questions in the workshop later.